Hi everybody, you're all welcome to our final installment of Rhythm Basics. Hopefully your practice has been going okay and you've been able to do it consistently. The way this works best is if you can apply yourself a few minutes every day. Certainly if you could do 15 minutes to 20 minutes every second day, you would have no problem getting a handle on all the stuff that we've been learning up to now. So today we're going to try and put it all together. We've mastered our first element, which is our quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully we've mastered our second element, which are our 8 notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Our third element, which are our 16 notes, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and the fourth element, which is our breakdown, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now the breakdown we're going to use two different ways. We're going to use it in a 1-bar phrase by playing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and that's going to allow us to switch back in to the next verse in our rhythm on the drum. And at the end of 4 measures of us playing our rhythm, breakdown, rhythm, breakdown, rhythm, breakdown, we're going to play the breakdown 4 times to conclude the piece, or as a transition into where we would want to go with it next. Also, I have brought a few other percussion instruments in today, and we'll learn maybe how some of the rhythms can be applied on these guys. So if there's a group of you playing together, you can assign different rhythms to different members in the group, and you can put the whole thing together and turn it into a true percussion ensemble, which is always fun to do. It takes a bit of work, but it's kind of fun. So I'll just recap on our piece that we're going to play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent, so that's the full piece that we're going to learn to play, and then we can repeat that as often as we like. Now, the last couple of lessons we learned element 1, quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Element 2, 8 notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Element 3, 16 notes, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and. And element 4, our breakdown, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And we learned to play all of those for 4 bars as a measure of music, and just play them all as they were, with your 4 quarter notes, 4 8 notes, 4 16 notes, and our 4 breakdown. So what we're going to do today is we're going to keep consistent with our 4 beats, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to take some of those different elements and put them in on beats number 1, beats number 2, beats number 3, and beats number 4. So our main rhythm is made up of the first element on beat number 1, which is simply just a quarter note by going 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. So that's our start, okay? Then on beat number 2, we're going to put in our third element, which is our 16th note. So we're going to add that into it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can practice that by itself and keep it going. If you do it in that format, just leave 3 and 4 blank for the moment. If you run through that a few times, you'll get very comfortable with it. Now we're going to take element number 2, which is our 8 note, and put that on beat number 3. So we do this. 1, 2 E and 3 and 4. 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Then we take our third element again and put that on beat number 4. So now we have this. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 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 Now what will help you, as I had said in earlier installments, is that if you know what it is that you're playing and you're able to count it, it certainly will help you. So what we do now is we're going to add in the different pieces and count out the bar with our metronome. So knowing how to count is really, really important. So here we go. We're going to play like this. So we have our click, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1, 1. Now we're going to add in the third element. 1, 2 E and a. 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 Now we're going to put our third element in. 1, 2 E and a 3 and 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 the last element, 1, 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 E and a 3, and on the drum we have 1, 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1. Okay? So, now we're going to take the piece of our fourth element. Remember, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. But we're not going to play that for 4 bars. We're just going to take 1 bar of that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And we put that back in. And then that's going to allow us to transition back in to beat number 1 again. And we start the whole cycle all over again. So, it's going to sound like this. Knowing how to count it, that's the secret. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 E and a 3 and breakdown. 1, 2, 3. On the drum we have 1, 2, 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4, Okay, so that's how we combine all those elements together. Having the presence of mind, being able to count, while you're playing is really, really helpful. Sometimes you can get a little lost, happens to me too sometimes. But once we have all those chord elements together, we can combine them and make it happen. So what if you count 3 bars? So what if you count 5 bars? Once you can recover and get back into it, you can make the structure work for you. So basically what we're doing quarter notes, 16th notes, 8 notes, 16th notes. We're doing that 4 times, then we're doing the 4th element, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, once, 1 bar, and we're going back and repeating that pattern again, quarters, 16ths, 8ths, quarters, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And that's kind of how we're working the whole piece. Until we get to our final measure of music and we have our breakdown, then we do it 4 times. And I'll transition back into the whole piece. So what I'll do now is I'll play the whole piece for you as it should sound. And we'll go with our metronome again. So it's going to be our groove, as we call it, and our groove 1, 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a, okay? So we'll have 4 bars of the groove, 4 times, 1 bar of the breakdown, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and back into the groove. So here we go, you play 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, top 1. Last time, 1. Okay, so now that's just a suggested arrangement for putting those different elements together. You can play them any way you want to play them. You could get creative. You could use your 4th element, the breakdown, as an intro to start the whole thing going. So you could perhaps go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like Lego, fits together. You can make them all work and go in different ways. So all the elements then can be combined, and if you have a couple of different people who can play the separate parts, it'll all kind of come together and they'll lock into a fully fledged percussion ensemble, which is always fun to play. For instance, if you have some kind of a shaker, if you have cans that you put some dry rice in or something like that, you can do your 16 notes. The 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the... That'll work very well. Likewise, tambourine. 16 notes are great on a tambourine. You can accent your 1, 2, 3 and 4 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Maybe you got a couple of wooden sticks at home, claves, or you got some kind of wooden sticks you might find. You could do it with 2 forks or 2 dessert spoons would work very well, tapping them together. You could take the 4th element. 1, 2, 3, you can apply those over the rhythm that we just played. Different parts, they all work together really, really well. So, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed our time together. Certainly it was a lot of fun putting it together and presenting it. Small bit of practice on a regular basis really makes huge jumps. You'll see great improvement in your playing. So, just to drum us out, we'll play the piece. You ready? Here we go. One, and we'll use our breakdown as an intro. So you'll be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you very much. Mix them all up and have fun. Take care.